So that shiny new game just came out, Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. And you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Let's take a look at the game first and first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. Everything I'll be talking about happened within 2 hours of starting the game, so I'll show some footage of the game while describing it and giving a few thoughts on it. I'm trying this game out on PC, but this feels and looks like a Nintendo game to me. Aesthetics, sound, gameplay, it just seems very Nintendo. To begin with, you can change your name and do some character customizing. There's a moderate amount of customizations, but nothing too insane. Then there is a cutscene, but the thing with this game is there is very little voice acting. So the cutscenes are videos and text mostly. For the most part, characters don't say anything other than a word or two here and there. I've heard a whole single sentence, but that's the most so far. The game begins with your character and a few others on a ship in the ocean. They are explorers, adventurers, and I think one mentioned archaeologists too. The main characters in the game are your character, Edward, who is the guy in the big hat, and Trip, a bluebird that Edward rescued years ago. The ship has a giant skeleton dragon head on it, and there's an enormous green laser coming out of it. It seems to be showing them the way to a hidden island. Once they can see the island in the distance though, a giant purple dragon with rockets attack their ship. The skeleton dragon comes back to life, which was unexpected because I thought it was a fossil or something, and it ends up stopping the purple dragon's attack. Edward, the bluebird, and your character ends up on the skeleton dragon's back, but it's going down, and Edward can't reach your character's hand, so he flies off into the distance and you crash into the water. Well, you should have crashed into the water, but the skeleton dragon opened up some kind of portal and you all go into it. The skeleton dragon drops you and the bird Trip onto the beach and it crashes into a building nearby. Okay, now I'll speedrun the explanations. Basically what happened is the dragon opened a portal into the past, 1,000 years to be exact. Here in the past you can do things like interact with items, pick up items, talk to people, and fight creatures. The game is also top down and it's semi-open world, so there's different areas with loading screens between them and each area has a small space to explore. There are multiple professions that you can choose, like a paladin, cook, tailor, miner, and more. I chose the paladin, so I used a sword and shield in combat. You can also rank up your profession and use skill points to unlock things like more health, more attack, and then some class specific upgrades too. My class as paladin had some sword attacks, for example. Combat overall is pretty simple. I didn't have too much trouble with that, and I think most people will find it fairly easy. There is money in the game, but I didn't buy anything. I saw that you could buy things like health potions, cooking recipes, food, weapons, and stuff like that. So I went back and forth in this world doing a few missions, and eventually I was able to get the skeleton dragon back up to health, and we were able to leave on its back through another portal. There is this little device that you can pull up while playing. I think it's called the Weird Pad, and it'll show things like the map, settings, log, save game, items, quests, outfits, and a lot more. When I got off the game, there were still spots on that device for even more things, so I'm sure I have more to unlock. I was still learning new things about the game even 2 hours in. This new portal that they went into brought them back to Edward. Apparently he survived too. It seems like all of them are back in the present time and also on that hidden island that they were looking for. As they are investigating the island, a strange girl with powers tells them to leave and then attacks. The white dragon blocks her and they all jump into the big hole that has a purple symbol in it. Again, they're in a new world and this one looks to have a few different biomes in it. You start off in this desert area and again you'll learn some new stuff, fight some new enemies, and do some quests. I got off of the game while in the beginning stages of this area, but I did ride a mount through the desert before I got off though, which was something I learned 2 hours in, that you can now ride mounts too. There is co-op to this game, both online and local, but I didn't try that, so I have no idea how it works. I just thought that I'd mention it though. I think this is a neat little game to play. The graphics are okay, very Nintendo style. The gameplay and story are pretty solid, and I think most people who try this game will end up enjoying it. There seems to be a decent amount of things to do here. With this style of game though, I do think a handheld device would probably be more enjoyable, because it just seems a more cozy and laid back style of game to me. The performance was good too. There was absolutely no issues on my end, it just ran good. Overall, it's a good game, and I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just solid, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.